Hello from the SciCraft server. So today the first thing we want to do is check out the progress of the Quarry. So if you haven't seen Rego Server Tour or docm's or xisuma's videos, we built this slime block quarry to fully AFK mine out this 100 by 105 area. So the quarry has been running for about 11 days. We mined down from Y95 to Y15. So this horizontal quarry would pick up blocks, go to the end and come back, and then would transfer the blocks over to this vertical flying machine, which would go up and grab the blocks from the horizontal one. And then the blocks are given to this conveyor belt and then transported into this TNT tubing block breaking system. So this has been running for a few days now, and you can also check out what we got from the quarry so far. So of course, the first few days we got a lot of clay. So we got about 300,000 clay blocks. A lot of chests got filled. And at some point we finally reached the stone layers, and we filtered out a cobblestone because we have a cobble farm, so it's not really useful. And we got a lot of those stone types. Some coal, iron ore, and later we also got gold ore and lapis lazuli. And now the layers begin where we have redstone ore and even diamond ore. So let's just stop the quarry, because there's one additional system that we want to add that we just thought of. Somebody had a nice idea. Can't really remember who it was. I think it was Enemy. So he suggested that we filter out the redstone ore. And this is doable because if you have a redstone ore block, if you either touch it or put an armor stand on top, it would give a block update and the light value changes. So if you look at the F3 screen, block light value is 0, but if I put an armor stand on top, no space, then the light value increases. So we have block level 8 now. And we could actually use this to sort out redstone ore. So me and Methods got together and we built up the system that separates the redstone ore from the rest of the blocks. So I would say we check it out here on our creative server because it's easier to look at it. So here we have the normal conveyor belt that we also have on the survival server. And we added this additional system. So blocks are pushed in front of this observer here, and then an armor stand is pushed on top of the block. So since pushing a block in front of the observer already causes a block update, we have to ignore the first signal. And you just do this by having no block in front of him. And then with some delay we push in a block in front of the observer, and if the armor stand creates a block update because it's pushed on top of the redstone ore block, then we get the second signal because the sticky piston pushes the block in front of the observer and the signal is transferred downwards. And then the piston retracts again. Because we would also get a third signal, because this signal here activates the sticky piston, which would pull out the block, and this would activate the observer a third time. But since here this block is already retracted, it doesn't transfer the signal. And then we push out the redstone ore blocks with this normal piston right here. So let's say we check it out. So here we have already some normal stone times. They are just processed normally and pushed out like this. And if you have a redstone ore, then we push the armor stand in front. The observer detects that, and then it's pulled out. But since we still play in 1.10 and don't have observers yet, we also made a butt system. So this is the same, just with a normal piston butt. Here we block the piston butt with this extended piston and retract him with the right timing. So if you get the block update from the redstone ore block, this normal piston is retracted and the block update detector would extend, activating this line again. Then we pull out the block with the sticky piston here and push a little bit further, and here we already separated the streams so they would be easier to process. So we could also check it out. Let's just place some blocks. Oh, we had it, yeah, here, start. Okay, the redstone ore got pulled out. Nothing happens with the normal blocks. Let's see it again. And now we pull them out. So what's also noteworthy is the way we aligned the armor stand. So we just had a cobble wall right here and pushed the armor stand with a piston against it. And this way we can pull out blocks under the armor stand, but he would also activate the redstone ore in this position here. And we also aligned the armor stand with this trapdoor here, because otherwise you would already reach into the next block, and the redstone ore block that is pushed under an armor stand would be immediately activated. So we just get one signal from the pushed block and the lit redstone ore. So we have to push it in the armor stand with a little bit of delay, so we really get two signals from the observer. So we've built up the system in survival, and I'm glad that I showed it in creative, because it's quite a mess here, and it was definitely easier to show it in the creative world. So here we can see the system running. So as you can see here, the normal blocks just go through, but the redstone ore blocks are sorted out. Yeah, then they're pushed along this path, and they will be stored right here. So this holds enough space for 144 redstone ore blocks, and that's probably enough. There aren't that many redstone ore blocks inside of those 4 layers that we will continue to dig out. Also, we have 2 item streams, that's why we built up a second system over here and storage right there. So in total, it's probably not worth it to build this redstone system, but it was never our intention. Our intention with building this quarry was showing that it's possible to build a survival quarry and maybe build a bigger one next. So we already have plans for a 111 quarry, and yeah, this was definitely a nice test to see if it works. Also, I have some 111.2 news. So the TNT tuber you see right here is fixed in 1.11.2, but TNT tubing in general isn't completely fixed. For example, the TNT tuber I recently used for the TNT quarry still works, but this one here, which was first shown by Myron Erio, seems like it no longer works. And the quarry has stopped a little earlier than we expected. It mined down to layer 1413, and something happened we didn't really consider before. So when a quarry tries to pick up blocks, it always punches down, and if there are not too many blocks below it, it could actually push some blocks down. And this happened here. So we pushed a block into the redstone wiring of the conveyor belt, and then yeah, everything got screwed up and we had a chain reaction. And now, yeah, it's pretty broken. So, quarry stops at 1413. Let's take a look at the redstone ore sorter. So I guess we didn't get much from that. Yeah, we just sorted out about 20 blocks here. And a few more here. So it was totally not worth it, but at least it worked. So this was fine. And yeah, that's how far we're gonna go with the quarry. We're not gonna repair it, so this was just a test. Meanwhile, in the last few weeks, I was quite busy designing a new quarry for 111 together with Methods and Enemy's Friend, and by now it's done. The new quarry will be faster. It creates way less lag because we don't use any redstone dust for the wiring at the bottom here, and also the quarry has less moving parts, so also less lag there. And we also require less space on the sides, and also we don't need this big head to push everything down. It's more modular design. Of course, the new observer blocks help a lot, but it was also quite a lot of work to get everything going. And yeah, it was a new field. We had to come up with most of the things on our own. But yeah, I can already hype the new quarry. It's gonna be awesome. Expect a video in the next few days. We are also preparing for 1.11 already. So since we can't combine mending with infinity on bows anymore, we already want to stack up some perfect bows now. So Ray and me are buying punch bows with flame, infinity, power 5, mending, and unbreaking 3, so perfect bow. And we want 2 double chests of those. So they should last a while. Because with the rockets, I don't think we can even fall in the void anymore. So we just get some stupid deaths from AFKing while monsters kill us or something else. So we probably won't lose much bows anymore in the future. So since we already have a double chest of those perfect bows, I think 2 more and we should be good. Okay, that took a while, but now we have 3 double chests of perfect bows. And we even prepared more for the future. So we even made 2 double chests of normal infinity mending bows and a double chest of those fly bows, so extra punch and unbreaking. And now something else. So we still have this ongoing project that we want to get a double chest of each stackable items, with a few exceptions. For example, we don't really have the goal to get a double chest of diamond blocks, so we won't ever get one. Or for example, creeper heads or skeleton heads would just take too long. Don't want to AFK for a whole year just to get the double chest. It's also gonna be close for the clownfish. We have really AFK'd for hundreds of hours at the garden farm and have a chest now. But yeah, we made good progress over the last year, and today we want to fill another gap. So we don't have a lot of fern and long grass yet, or normal grass. But I made a farm a while ago, and I want to build this on a server here, and just see if it still works. I'm not quite sure. And on the other side of the portal here, we have this area with a lot of small farms. So here we had a sand converter, a nano farm, bucket filler, and I think I'm gonna build the AFK fern and grass farm right here. Okay, I got all the materials ready, so let's start with the dirt block here. And then we also need the soul sand block. Gonna put a snow golem on top of it. And then below we need the sticky piston that pushes that redstone block. And here I want a fence. So this would cage in the golem. And then another brick fence on the other side. Like this. And yeah, I got the snow. Let's already put in the sticky piston or any piston to push in another brick fence. And let's summon the golem. Okay, should be stuck in there. Now if we have a block below here, because he stands on a soul sand, he's gonna make a snow layer. And yeah, we're quite lucky because we built our storage system in an extreme health biome, so that's why we're getting snow layers here. So next thing is adding the dispenser for the bone meal. And just do one dispenser, that's enough. Put it in the back right here. And then we also can create the clock, so we already used this redstone block here. And make something like this. And then a repeater on 4 ticks, and this would create a clock cycle. And yeah, that shouldn't happen. Okay. Then we could go up here, just need to get stairs. So here we need the slab to not cut the signal right here. And then we can also power the dispenser already. And we need to push out the redstone block a little bit faster. That's why we're doing it like this. So this is a little bit faster. And it's exactly the right timing to break the snow layer here and then place the fern here. So if I have a shears, my main hand and the fern and offhand, I need to break. I think I got haste. Yeah, I need to turn off that beacon. Okay. Yep. So we always need to break a block before we can place it with the offhand again. It's just a little bit weird, but it's the way it works. Okay, and this way we get a plus of ferns if the dispenser would have bone meal in there already. But then it turns out the system doesn't work anymore. So build it up separately here in a creative world, and what normally should happen here is that we break the snow layer, place the fern, dispenser causes it to grow, and then we break the large fern with the shears, and then a new snow layer is pushed in front of us. But somehow the timings got screwed up. So, that didn't work well. Let's try again. Somehow, the timings got changed so the fern doesn't grow anymore. So I need to find a solution to get the timing more. Okay, finally got something. So let's try it out. Hold down right and left, and as you can see the fern gets bone mealed, and I'm breaking the large fern. So started with 30 ferns in my offhand, and we already made a plus. So if we also pick those up, we got 42. So I'm gonna build this up in the survival right now. And as expected, it doesn't work on the survival server. So at the moment I have 19 fern in my offhand, and timings and everything is exactly the same. So let's try it. And yeah, I think I'm always replacing the large fern with a small fern, and I don't have enough time to break it. Yeah, now we're down at 11. So I'm losing fern even. This is getting really annoying. Why don't we just get fern items if we drop the large fern for piston? I don't get it. Or why don't we get fern items if we bone meal a podzol block in a tiger berm? That would be nice. But I guess I have to try the timings, and if that doesn't work, then I have to start completely new and make a lag-proof system. I think I found a very nice solution for the problem here. So we could use the fact that the small firm has a smaller hitbox than the large firm. So here you can see the black lines around it. And yeah, if I bone meal it, it gets bigger. So if I would aim at a block behind the fern, then I could grow the small fern. But if I would have used the shear, I can't break it. But once it's bone mealed, I could break it. So all I gotta do is put the fern in the offhand and hold down right and left, and also let's turn on the dispenser here. But then we're gonna have the issue that we probably won't plant a new fern. Yeah, so I'm always trying to break the block behind it. But there's a nice trick how we could solve this issue. We could power a piston and then move a little bit away and drag the block out of the player's reach. And I'm quite sure this way we would try to grow new ferns. Yeah, as you can see here, once the fern grows, when it's bone mealed, then it's immediately broken, and we also place a small fern. So I'm quite sure this isn't affected by any lag issues or something else. Okay, so finally got a working system here on the survival server. So here on the left, we have a chest for bone meal, which is transported to this dispenser here. Then here on the right, we have two droppers. This one cycles shears, so I would never run out of shears, or at least for 1 hour or so. then this dropper here that gives me back a fern at each cycle. Then we have additional chest here for the additional fern we generate. Then below the stirred block we have a hopper minecart and another hopper right here to pick up the ferns. And that's pretty much it. Here's a lever, and I have to fill up my inventory with ferns. And let's try it out. So let's plant the little fern first, and now I have to aim a little bit to the left to start the system. Okay, like this, that should be good. Okay, so as you can see here, once the small fern grows, we immediately harvested it and we plant a new fern. So at the bottom left you can see my offhand inventory. I'm steady at 50 ferns, and all the additional ones would go in the chest now here. I also already tried it out with tall grass. It's the same, so the normal grass has a smaller hitbox than a tall grass, so you can also use it for that. Don't need to make an extra farm for it. Now I'll put some decoration around it, just to give it the distinctive look of our storage room. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.